Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. It's your girl C with another C session, but this time it's no surprise because everybody knows Pastor Curtis Whittaker over here at Faith Farms CDC and of course Progressive Baptist Church. But today we are catching up with Pastor Whittaker to find out all the things that are happening over here at the farm and orchard. How are you doing today,
I'm
Pastor?
doing awesome. How about yourself?
I am doing well.
C with C with.
Yes,
How
I
you
am.
doing?
I'm with you, Curtis.
All right.
So, in the fall and the winter season, well, it's still winter, but it just doesn't feel like it today.
Right.
But we had a series of press conferences that we covered on your behalf,
Right.
making all types of announcements with grants. And we are doing our due diligence. When you announce that you get the money, then the money arrives, you want to go back and report out what's being done with the money. And so here's a perfect opportunity. I wanted to pop in on you here at 656 Carolina Street in the beautiful city of Gary to find out some of the things that are going on at the farm and the orchard. You've got some blessing boxes all across the city. It's just a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. We're excited. God is good to us. He's given us this great vision for how to transform people and then transform community with people and through people. Preached yesterday that we got to be the spark and not the flame.
Okay.
Most people are looking to be
want
to be a flame.
The fire in the front.
But in order to get a flame, you got to have a spark.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, some people just sitting around waiting for that spark to happen before they become a flame. And we're saying it's time to be the spark that starts the flame. And so that's what we've been doing here. And we're just so blessed that people believe in the vision that God has given to us. It started with food through Faith Farms and Orchard and the work that we did there with Faith Farms and Orchard. It's expanded now to some of the announcements that we made in the fall. One of them being Faith Food is Medicine.
Right.
That's a grant that we got through the USDA. It's a partnership with Methodist hospitals. It's a partnership with IUN. It's a partnership with Calumet College over at St. Joe and Whiting. It's a partnership with Indiana University Bloomington, where we've all come together and are still in the planning stages of that grant. So it's a $500,000 grant. It gives us the ability to work with 100 participants or patients that have either heart disease, diabetes, or respiratory issues.
Wow, we're in the middle of Heart Health Month. So
right in the middle of Heart Health Month. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is very important to us. We now understand the combination, if you will, between food and medicine. And so this grant is supposed to, one, provide access to local and fresh produce.
Okay.
That's the first step of this grant, because
which is very important.
What they're saying is that there are some communities that don't have access, and we're one of those communities that are considered. Some say food desert, some say food swamp, others say nutrition insecure community. However you want to call it, our food insecure community. We are a community that does not have access to fresh and local food, and so this the farm allows us to be able to provide that. Secondly, you can have access, but you might not eat it.
That's right.
And so the second
That's
part,
education piece,
it's
right?
education, but it's the consumption of the food. But it's education in the way of what food is good for me, and then what food, how do I cook it, those kinds of things. And so that's the second step. And both of those steps, access and then consumption, should lead to a decrease in your health issues. And decrease in hospital utilization, decrease in doctor's visits, decrease in the number of prescription drugs you got to take and all of that, and that kind of stuff. And
so I would encourage those who are watching that press release lives on the Faith CDC page. You can go back and watch it in its entirety, because we were right in this space with all of those partners, representatives in the city of Gary, talking about how this would move forward. And it's the one thing that I know about you and love about you, Pastor Curtis, is when you get an assignment, if you will, be it through a grant or any other venue or vehicle, you take it, run with it, and are very diligent about it, bringing your partners and your employees and your volunteers along the way. And you're very careful to ensure that the community knows, hey, this is what we're doing, so that when people want to donate or they want to benefit, they can't say that you haven't gone on record and said, hey, this is what these dollars are being used for. And plus, you're a money guy. You're an accountant. So you're going to make sure every penny goes where it's supposed to go, right?
That's the goal.
That's
you
great.
Gotta have that integrity in the numbers. So
okay.
Yeah, and so I did leave out. Lake County has given us some money for this grant.
Okay.
So this grant, and then we got an announcement. It hadn't come out yet, but another $500,000. We just got an email Friday from the Indiana Department of Health to tackle specifically heart disease in Gary.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be another 50 patients that we'll be adding, or participants. This gives us the ability to hire a chef, to hire a nurse practitioner, and others to help us on this journey.
That is amazing.
To get people healthy. That's
Congratulations.
Our goal. Yeah, thanks.
And so you got to give, I know there's some nonprofits watching like, well, who's your magical grant writer and how do you procure these funds? But in my opinion, it's the work that you've shown.
Yeah, a lot of it is that.
The evidence.
Yeah, a lot of it is that. It's we've been in this 10 years without grants. We've just been doing it. Big shout out to the Legacy Foundation, Kelly Ano Legacy Foundation. They've been strong supporters of us since day one. Just the work that we've done, listen to the vision and the dreams that we have, and just poured financially into what we wanted to accomplish. But it took a lot of hard work, and that's what people really look at. We were on a call today with another funder that's looking to fund us, asked us to submit something, and that was just it. Hey, you guys have a record. You aren't new to this. You've been doing this for a long time, and that's what gets people to support us. So in that Food is Medicine, our goal, we're looking to raise about $5 million to sustain this program. We're well over $1 million now, and we're going to keep pushing
That's right. Only
till
$4
we keep
million
moving.
to go.
Yes, it's happening. It's going to come.
So another one of the projects that we talked about and made announcements around, because people think, all right, it's cold outside, farm shuts down, nothing's happening, and I'll see you when it gets hot again. And that's so not the case.
That's not the
There's
case.
a lot happening around on the property, and we're talking about how we are frozen, flash freezing food, and having a facility remodeled down the street. Give us an update on that and just exactly how that works in our funders and partners.
Yeah. So that's Faith Fresh Frozen.
Yes.
It's a partnership with Victor Garcia and the Northwest Indiana Food Bank. Strong partner. When we met, we just immediately clicked because we had similar ideas, similar thought processes about both of our organizations, and so it was just a natural thing to come together to work with the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana. And through our partnership, they invited us to partner with them on a grant. It was with the Feeding America, and we were successful with the grant application. That's $425,000 for that grant. We have another funder who just loves the work that we do, and they've given us $75,000. Then we got $50,000 from the Legacy Foundation. On a call today, we may get some funding, some ARPA money from the city of Gary for a to match what we got from Feeding America.
That would be fantastic.
So that'll get us to almost $1 million on this project, which is Faith Fresh Frozen. Our goal is $3 million to sustain it, keep it going. But this allows us to, every year, we get we produce 12 to 15,000 pounds of food.
Okay.
Some of the food, unfortunately, if we can't feed it to the animals, which is why we're here every day, or we can't sell it or give it away, we have to toss it because it has a short shelf life.
Right.
This gives us the ability to extend and expand the shelf life of fresh food. And when you freeze fresh food, it lasts longer. It maintains and retains its nutritional value, nutrients and the nutritional value.
Okay.
So you don't lose anything when you flash freeze it.
Okay.
And so this is a partnership with those Feeding America and their Equity Impact grant and fund, Northwest Indiana Food Bank, Indiana University Northwest. Big shout out to Dr. Joachima Hiller.
Dr. Hiller,
Yeah,
my
and
friend.
their business school at IUN. Thank you to Francine Bergens who connected us. We wanted to do, so IUN, they have a class now that's doing a business plan for Faith Fresh Frozen. And so 20% of the food that we freeze, we have to give to the food bank for them to just give away. But the other 80% we can sell as a micro enterprise business.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so what's the timing around that, Pastor Curtis?
So right now we're rehabbing the space.
Okay.
We got some property that we got donated from the city several years ago, pre-COVID. And now we're rehabbing that space, 576 Carolina Street. We're moving. I'm hoping, but before the end of June, that we'll do a grand opening. Get folks in there, seeing the spaces. It'll be a kitchen that is being retrofitted now, being rehabbed. The front is 2 buildings. The back building will be a kitchen space where we do all of the things. And then the second building will be our new administrative offices. But we'll take a lot of the stuff that we currently do in the church and move it down to its own facility. So
now with this project, this too would allow you to have some hires or some interns?
Yeah, so both projects. So this one, Faith Fresh Frozen, we've hired a chef, Chef Lucero, who's our project director. For the other one, we hired Francine Bergens, who's our project director. And we'll be able to hire even more people. We want that operation Fresh Frozen to be 3 shifts. Yeah, continuous. Awesome. That we get the food flash frozen, and then the business plan will help us on how we source it. So we're looking at places like Methodist Hospital or hospital systems. We're looking at casinos, places that use fresh food all the time. School systems. Yeah, we're looking at those places, and then the federal government purchases a lot of food.
So what I'm thinking too is with this program with Dr. Hiller, it's great. It's not like a make-believe project for the students. They are developing something that will ultimately be implemented.
That's it.
And they can see the fruits, no pun intended. The fruits of their labor. And
so they'll be here this Thursday.
Okay.
I met with them twice. They're coming on site Thursday.
What time?
5 o'clock.
We might have to pop in.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, and we'll talk some more. They'll get a chance to talk to the chef. They'll get a chance to talk to the farm administrator, our food systems director, Frida Graves. They'll get a chance to talk to contractors. The beautiful thing about this is we're using all, right now, black and brown contractors in Gary that are all licensed and certified to do business in Gary. And that was something that was important to us. Feeding America believes in that equity piece. And if we don't pour into our own people, nobody else will. It starts with us. And so we believe that. And the dollars are staying in the community. They're going to turn at least once.
You know, this is my kind of talk. I can talk like this with you all day, Curtis.
They're going to turn. That's what this is about. Yeah, that's what this is about. And if we do that, we can shift and change our own neighborhoods. That's just the beginning. I already see we're growing. We've already grown out of that space that we're doing now. And God's just going to bless us with more folks that'll come join in with us and more opportunities.
I love it. Now there's one more project, very excited about, with the blessing boxes and the pantries we have that are moving around the community. Talk to me about that program.
Yeah, so we got 2 things going. I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I have a client there. It's a township trustee, and Trustee Austin Knox had this box sitting outside of the township, and I'm like, dude, what is this?
What is this?
It's painted, it's colorful, it looks good. And he said, that's a blessing box. I looked inside, he told me what they put in there. I said, man, that is dope. And he was like, yeah, we got them all over Fort Wayne. You know, people get a box, and then, you know, we just make sure it stays filled with the things that people may need, non-perishable food items, toiletry and stuff like that.
Hygiene supplies.
Yeah, all of that. And so he connected me with the young lady who is running a program. She's trying to get this program throughout the state. And so this actually, I had this since pre-COVID
Mm-hmm.
is when we gave her the money, paid for everything. Then just life happened. She got
Yeah.
sick and just COVID happened. And so, but it happened in the time it was supposed to happen.
Exactly.
We got the boxes now. We paid for 10 boxes. They're here. They're painted. I just got a call today from the trustee, Kim Robinson's office. They're going to take a box.
Thanks, Kim.
So now we have 5 boxes
Okay.
that are out. We're trying to get the boxes throughout the community.
Okay.
So that if you're in Glen Park, there's no sense of you driving down to the east side of, Gary, Fifth Avenue downtown to look for some supplies. You should
Right.
have something in your neighborhood, something that's close to you.
Okay.
And that's
So
the
if
goal
people
here.
are interested, they're watching now. How do they get their blessing box to have it established at their place
Yeah,
of business?
if you're interested in a blessing box, just put something on in the chat, and we'll get with you. It's all we ask is that you every 2 weeks make sure the box stays filled. That's all we ask. Make sure the box stays with stuff in it.
Okay.
It'd
And so
be
they can
great.
do that any kind of way. They, like have their employees fill it, invite their community followers.
Yep, I was
Okay.
just about to say that it'd be great if churches or other nonprofits in a location got together and said, hey, we're all going to do this box together.
Okay.
And so it builds community in that way.
Okay.
And I ain't got to come out of my pocket 100%.
Yeah.
$50 here, $50. The old sign got 5 on it. Everybody put 5 on it.
Exactly.
And,
And a
make
lot
it
of
work.
times people have things in their homes, lots of toiletries, hand sanitizers,
Yeah,
soap. And they're like,
yeah.
well, I'm going to drop off a few bars of soap and put them
Yeah.
in there. Costs us nothing.
Right,
Making
right.
a difference in the community.
Yeah, we only ask, if you do that here, that you contact us, because people bring all kind of stuff. We had that with Harmony Fridge, which is back open now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a partnership with the Presbyterian Church, Westminster Church in Munster, and so they have a relationship with Whole Foods and others, and they are now providing us with meat and things for Harmony Fridge. So Harmony Fridge is back open. Anybody that has a need for meat, milk, or other items, the fridge is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It looks weird. It's a refrigerator that sits outside.
Mm-hmm.
You can come into that refrigerator like you at home, open the door, take only what you need.
Right.
Don't put anything in there. We inspect everything. Take only what you need. No questions asked.
Honor system.
Yeah, it's on the honor
So
system.
as we wrap up, 10 years in the game, did you ever, I know you're a man of God though, but did you ever think that this program would flourish like this, that you would feed a community like this?
Well, I can't say that I did. A lot of it has grown as we've seen just what food is able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're excited. We just got a number of things that are happening around here. Got a call, a text, an email today about a pod. So we're going to get a grow pod, and it'll give us the ability to, it looks like a trailer, but you grow food inside of it. It's a hydroponic growing system. And we just got the green light that'll be here by the end of this month. It'll give us the ability to grow about 2 acres of food.
Hydroponics, the
inside.
science of growing without soil. Thank you.
No, it has soil.
Soil,
Yeah,
or is it,
it's
what
got
is
soil.
it? Hydroponics is the
Yeah.
study of growing plants without
It's growing plants inside.
inside. Okay,
Some of
'cause I
it
did my
has
science
soil.
project on that like 30,
Yeah, some of it
40
has
years
soil.
ago.
Some of it doesn't, though. But yeah,
Yeah?
it's indoor growing. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And so and it grows, keeps the nutrient values, grows under grow lights. So
Okay.
you can grow lights are different
Yeah.
than the sun. You can, 16 hours a day have them on. So we can grow probably 170 heads of lettuce in a week.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You're taking me back to my Ernie Pyle days because I was growing all my stuff for the science project. But no, this is real life here.
Yeah,
No
this is
projects.
real.
This is real.
This is real.
Feeding a community. If there's somebody watching, Pastor Curtis, who wants to get involved from a volunteer standpoint or do a tour of the property, they want to give, please tell them how they can do it.
Connect with us here on Facebook Live or any of our platforms. If you're out there now, just type in a message to us and we'll get back to you.
They can inbox and just
Inboxes,
say, here's
yeah.
what we want to do. Because
Yeah.
as you have shown in this conversation today, that the partnerships are key.
Partnerships matter. That's we were on a call today with Cleveland Cliffs.
I'm
And
familiar.
Cleveland Cliffs is looking to do something with us, and that's exactly what they said. Man, you guys got a lot of partners. That's important to us as we look at who we fund. Or do partnerships exist? And it's through our partners that we're able to do what we do. They invest in the work that we do. We tell them all the time, hey, if you invest in us, what we're trying to do is not have to keep coming to you. We want you to give us a hand up, not a handout. So that so that we can move this, so we can sustain ourselves and keep it moving. We got a lot of stuff on tap, Chelsea.
I'm happy for you. I had to shoot you a text myself like, hey man, I was on the call and all I could say was wow. I'm like, who's talking now? Now what grant is this? It's just so much, but it's all good.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff that's getting ready to jump off from. So we do social justice, environmental justice, and food justice are the areas that we work in. And we got a lot in the food justice area happening now, and we're getting ready to kick off a whole lot in our environmental justice space. So be on the lookout for that.
We will be here to cover and to keep the communities that follow and support you in the know, and I just encourage you to share this video. I have one last question for you because I'm always wondering about the animals. So what's going on when it's cold? What happens with the goats and the chickens? What are they doing?
They're resilient.
Okay.
So they know how to survive.
Okay.
So they out there, they're doing their thing out there.
Well,
keep
they're
them
in the
fed,
right community.
Keep them watered and fed, and they do their thing.
All right. Yeah. I have been chatting with my friend and colleague, Pastor Curtis Whittaker of Faith Farms and Orchard over here at 656 Carolina Street. We are just so proud of our city, the accomplishments that he and his many volunteers and partners and employees are making, because he never takes the credit. So I have to say it.
And a big shout out to the congressman and our senator, as both of them helped us get those grants.
Senator Melton and Mervan.
And Congressman Mervan.
And yes, they have been known to pop in on the farm on several occasions.
Yeah, but they helped us get those grants. Yes. Without them, the USDA grant, without the support and the letter from Congressman Mervan, and then the same thing with Senator Eddie Melton. He wrote a letter on our behalf.
Nice.
And we believe that's what took us over the top with this $500,000 grant we just got.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does.
Listen, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. So much more to come. Don't forget, reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram in the private message box to get involved, to give, and to help make a difference. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.